Toastmasters.
Good evening.
Judges, is this energy okay? MOC and division directors have already set the ball rolling for Humour Express. So we are just taking it forward. By the way, those degrees are real. Not the exaggeration. And Vice Chancellor of Pune University is not my father-in-law. So with this context, I am planning this year to take part in humorous speech contest. So let me think. What should I write?
Shailesh,
Ah, who are you?
I'm your inner voice, Shailesh.
Oh, is it so?
Yes, I'm talking about speech. Why to write new speech? There are so many Toastmasters here. We can pick their speech. See, that girl, she has delivered a speech. She never delivered it again. Everybody forgot her speech. Even she forgot her own speech. We can deliver her speech.
I'll just ask her to send that speech to me and just tweak here and there and deliver. Fantastic, great idea.
We can go for YouTube. We can copy Dhananjay's speech. I see something in you, Shailesh. I see something in you.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rajiv. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. We can just copy, and copy.
Wow, great. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving me so brilliant ideas. Thank you. Thank you.
Originality forms.
It's easy. It's easy.
No. Honesty is the best policy. Learn it in
Second standard.
integrity we learned recently.
Thank you for saving me. Thank you. So let me write something original. Okay. Thank you. What topic I should take? Let me think.
WhatsApp.
Yeah,
We have so many under the belt jokes. We can use them.
yeah, it's easy.
Everyone laughs on it.
Yes,
We can talk about politics.
great.
Rahul.
Yeah.
Maybe religion we can talk about.
Yeah, that is also so easy.
Easy. We can talk about that. Easy. See, you just have to speak on something.
Shailesh,
It's easy. It's easy to, and people will laugh at my
sentiments,
jokes.
Shailesh, audience sentiments. How can you hurt their sentiments, Shailesh?
But it's easy for me to
No,
write.
Shailesh. Audience sentiments.
Okay, let me think.
Would you like anyone writing such jokes? People come with their families over here. Underbelt humor,
No.
Talk
religion, politics, mitron.
You
Talk
are right.
about family, right? Can talk about family. Girlfriend, boyfriend. Easy. Why?
That's why.
Mother-in-law?
Of course. After 12 years of marriage, I can easily write.
Cliche, Shailesh, cliche topic. 10 years, same topic.
But it's easy to write and people will laugh. And there is one criteria on that ballot paper, that audience response. Remember?
Cliche topics, Shailesh.
Cliche topic. We want audience response. One-liners. We can go one by one. See, WhatsApp again. Family group.
Yeah.
Go.
And my family members always forward such one-liners to me. It's easy.
Easy.
Yeah. Great. Thank you. Thank you.
Shailesh. One-liners?
It's so easy for me.
No, sir.
Please allow me. This time at least.
No, Shailesh. No cliche topics. No one-liners. Think out of the box.
Where is the box? Where is the box? I can think out of the room.
Think outside the box, Shailesh.
I
You
can't see
remember
the box.
2013 Presian changed by a tire.
Oh, that was out of the car, not out of the box.
Out of the box. Original, sentimental, no cliche. Out of the box.
Good idea. So I'll write something new, something original.
I guess we can pick on someone.
Yeah, that is also easy.
Rajiv Pingale is sitting there. He's lean. No, not you. Sitting beside you.
Yeah,
He's lean.
and he always cracks lame jokes.
We can talk about someone's obesity, how fat he is, or we can talk about someone, how bad it is, accent or anything.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah,
Pick
great.
on everyone. We have 100 topics sitting here.
Thank you. Brilliant. I'll do that.
Empathy, Shailesh. Empathy. Would you like anyone speaking about you in humorous speech contest?
No.
Empathy, Shailesh.
Yes.
Make a joke on yourself. That's okay. But on someone else? No, Shailesh. Listen. Original jokes, original content, not sentimental, no cliches, no one-liners. Out of the box.
Great. But I studied in vernacular medium. How can I?
Yeah, your
Difficult.
language is also not good.
Let me not participate.
Yeah, because last time I remember you deliver a speech, language evaluator used 3 notebook for suggestion only. And as if you are not taking my advice. So what's point in writing speech?
Yeah, you are right.
You should not write a speech.
I should be a
You
judge, I
participate.
What?
Ballot, Shailesh. Ballot. Only 15 marks for language.
Oh.
55 marks for content. 30 marks for delivery.
Oh.
Language does not matter. Go ahead and write your speech and deliver. At times, mother tongue influence works in your favor.
Oh. Yeah. I remember distinguished Toastmasters Nagappan speech. Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. Thank you so much for motivating me. Thank you. I'll write something original with some nice topic. I'll not crack jokes on audience. It's okay to have so language. That's fine. And original content. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm enlightened. Like you. So let me write it a fresh script. How many of you are participating this time? Great. Half of the audience is interested. Seriously. At least take some encouragement and motivation from three of us? Thank you so much. To go ahead with humorous speech contest, now we will try to share 3 techniques how to go about it. Thank you so much. Hope you like it. I'm a Toastmaster, you know.
No, I didn't know.
3 months back only I have joined Toastmasters. I just delivered my icebreaker speech. Now, I've become a great speaker and charismatic leader. You know full form of this, right? ROF? Exaggeration on which I'll try to speak for next 5 minutes. I've told you million times not to exaggerate. Didn't get the joke? Exaggeration. A statement that represents something as better or worse than it really is. If I say that I am riding on a rabbit, will you believe it? Obviously not. But that's the exaggeration I am making to prove my point. Or while narrating my story, I am using that exaggeration. How many of you have watched Tom and Jerry? We still watch, at least I watch. Is it possible this way that I coming out? That's why we still like it. Have you thought of this? Why we like those cartoons? Because of that exaggeration. First, how many of you watch his movies? Almost all of us. Overstating, and we all of us know this, that Newton's laws are not applicable to him. Yes, he can do anything. Great. Stretching the truth. I've been participating in ISC as well as humorous speech contest. But before I start or come on the stage, Sergeant at Arms always distribute one crossing to each and every audience. So here the truth is I participate, but stretching the truth is next statement. That's how we try to, you try to make them laugh. Hyperbole. I'll come to this point after one slide. Purposefully I have written the, because Rajnikant is the Rajnikant. He is not Rajnikant. रिवॉल्वर से ज्यादा खतरनाक चीज अगर कोई है तो वो तुम्हारी आंखें। Exaggeration. Can you try something like this? Anyone of you? Anyone of you? No?
से ज्यादा
Yes.
खतरनाक
Shailesh is extremely humorous.
But I asked about Rajnikant dialogue. I knew that no one will say anything. That's why I have 2 more. मैं दिखता एक इंसान हूँ मगर हूँ एक मशीन है. And the next one. कानून इतना मैला है कि मैं अपने हाथ गंदा नहीं करना चाहता. Pardon Hindi language, but these dialogues make us believe, and it creates that humor, exaggeration. Next, please. Hyperbole is one of the technique of exaggeration. Extravagant statement or figure of speech not intended to be taken literally. I'm so hungry that I can eat horse now. Exaggeration, but you understand the real meaning of that sentence. Couple of examples. My math teacher is older than his. Her brain is the size of a pea. My math teacher in my school used to say this for me. Can you just come up with one such line which exaggerates something about you or mostly about you? Look, I knew it. I have one more. You could have knocked me over with a feather. Easy. Overstatement, that is exaggeration, and now understatement. A figure of speech in which a writer or speaker deliberately makes a situation seems less important or serious than actually it is. Oh, I'm sensing some tension here. They are actually trying to kill each other, and he just sees some tension. It's a bit cold, minus 23 degrees Celsius, I guess. It's a bit cold today. Easiest example, Amitabh Bachchan is a good actor. Lata Mangeshkar is a good singer. Understatement?
पुढे स्टाईल बरी गाते.
Bari gaate. Thank you so much. It also creates humor, plain humor. Understatements. Before we just see these examples, at least I can relate, or these are statements from Britishers, and I see a lot of resemblance between Britishers and Punekars. Do you remember that dialogue of Mr. Amitabh Bachchan from आदमी सोचता कुछ है, करता कुछ है, बोलता कुछ है. I hear what you say, what you understand. He totally accepts my point of view. But what actually he means, I disagree and do not wish to discuss any further. Very interesting. This is clear nonsense. That is very brief proposal. Wow, Nathan's have correct. You are insane. May I suggest something? Think about do it or be prepared to justify yourself. I'm sure it's my fault. Why does it think that it's his fault? It's your fault. Great. Next. I've tried my best. That's my best. And in Toastmasters, we have some concept called as feedback. And yes, your comments won't affect me. Why? Because I have a wife, 9-year-old son, and mother-in-law. I have a thick skin. So your feedback doesn't matter. Okay? Fantastic. Let me hand over to distinguished Toastmaster Rajiv Pingale.
Me talking with Naik and Shailesh Natu. It's like in science exhibition, Albert Einstein and Newtons are delivering speeches with Rahul Gandhi. Well, Toastmasters and those who specially came for sandwich, welcome to BMC Software, Toastmasters permanent holiday home. Well, holiday reminds me my holiday with my family. I went to Goa with my family. And going Goa with family, it's like serving dokla with sambar. It's adventurous, but it's disastrous too. Now, what I just did is compare and contrast. How you can compare the things and draw some comparison parallels, or you find some contrast in them. So when I said that I am delivering a session with Shailesh and Samir, and I compare them with Einstein and Newton, I was comparing their intelligence level. So when they are at the top of the intelligence level, I compared myself with Rahul Gandhi, who is, I will not say dumb, that will make me dumb. I will say less intelligent person. Now, this is how comparison works, where you set up something with one property and you draw a parallel with other property of other object. For example, if I say apple is a fruit, then what is parrot? It's a bird, right? Apple is a fruit, then parrot is a bird. If apple is red, what is parrot? Green. During a setup, I draw that parallel, that what property I am going to talk about, and then I compare it to the second thing. And that's why when I said that intelligence and Albert Einstein, you automatically got what I want to say, who I am, when I compared myself with Rahul Gandhi. Now, there is one more thing. When I talked about Goa, going Goa with family. Now, going Goa with family, Seema tried it, I guess.
No, we are Rohan, so we know.
Okay, Rohan. See, Rohan, I did not plan that joke. Okay, you did.
It's unfortunate.
You are unfortunate, man. So, going Goa with family, it doesn't go hand in hand. So, I compared myself with something that doesn't go hand in hand. Dokla and sambar. Now, here I have to set up something to tell, but there are certain things which has property. Originally, it has some properties. If I talked about Maggi noodles, what property it has? 2 minutes noodle, right? Quick. So if I have to compare something quick, I can say English cricket team yesterday in Ashes stumbled upon. It's like I went to cook my Maggi, I came back and they got all out. I can say that, right? So I'm comparing something fast with Maggi. I don't have to establish that connect. Now, if I say Maggi is fast, then what is Internet Explorer? Who uses Internet Explorer first of all? Internet Explorer is slow, right?
I use it to download Chrome.
He uses download Chrome. Great. So, when I have to talk something which is as slow as possible, I can compare it with Internet Explorer. X-man, some person is walking on the road. He was walking so slowly that I have thought Internet Explorer is too fast. You can add such jokes or add such humor in your speech where you can draw something parallel. Can anyone here give me some examples related to that? Where you can draw such parallels? Or anything that has a property associated.
I drive very slowly, slower than the person on a cycle.
Okay. I drive so slowly that sometimes bicycle overtakes me. So this is one way. She's comparing her car driving skill with the bicycle driving skill. So yes, Shavina.
My computer was not running fast, so I installed an Usain Bolt wallpaper on it.
That was good. That was good. So here again we are talking about speed. Yes.
I sing so well that I can have a competition with Lata Mangeshkar.
Okay. We'll have a session for that soon. So drawing parallel is you need to find that property. You can establish that connect. Okay. And you can draw the similarities. Easy? Understood? So to take on the next session, on the next point, let me welcome Samir on stage.
We just heard about the first topic, which was the first technique was overstatement, understatement. The second technique that Rajiv just explained us was compare and contrast. And here we are with the third technique, rule of three. This is the first technique which we start using very early in our age. Can you take the guess what age it is? As early as
3.
when we are in standard second or standard third. I'm still thinking. Let me give you an example. Once upon a time, there were 3 students sitting and they were boasting about their father's swimming skills. My father is such a great swimmer that he jumps in the river Godavari and he comes from Narmada. Nothing. My father, he jumps in Indian Ocean and he comes from Bay of Bengal. The third one said, nothing. My father, he jumps in the society tank and comes out from the tap. We all have done this when we were in standard second and standard third. Remember those jokes? There was an American, there was a Britisher, and there was an Indian. We have done this. But we didn't know at that point of time that it was rule of 3. Let's try and understand what is rule of 3. In humor, there's setup, which is the first part, there is no humor in it, and then there's a punch part to it. Okay? And most of the time, when we see humor, it's already there. Okay? The setup is there and the humor is also there. Let me give a quick example. I was coming over here today for this session, WCPS, and in the traffic, I saw a very interesting scene. There was a person who was driving his bike and he was wearing a helmet. Interesting? He was wearing his helmet on his elbow. Okay? Humor, ready-made, available. Nothing to be done. Just see and laugh at it. If you're still young at heart, if you're grown logically and the heart is also grown, then you don't laugh at these things. But when you see these scenes, you start laughing. So the point I'm making is that humor is available ready-made at times. However, there are times when it's not available ready-made. And then at those times, what do we need to do? We have to generate it. And the way we do it is by rule of 3. And what rule of 3 says is, we create a pattern and we break the pattern. Yes. If normal is boom, 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 then humor would be boom, boom, and the audience is expecting boom, and you say bang. And how does it happen? My father jumped in Narmada, came out from Godavari. Boom. My father jumped in Indian Ocean, came out from Bay of Bengal. Boom. Quite possible. If it's in Kanyakumari, it's possible. Boom, boom. And now it's time to break the pattern. My father jumps in a society tank and comes out from. Okay, so this is rule of 3. Generate the pattern. Because it's not ready-made available, we have to generate the pattern and then break the pattern. Okay. If you have to be a successful entrepreneur, you have to be creative, you have to be bold, and you need to marry Bill Gates' daughter. Boom, creative. Boom, bold. Marry? Okay, all the best. Now this is rule of 3. Okay, and then there are variants of rule of 3. Let's understand the variants of rule of 3. We understood boom, boom, bang. Not always required. It can also be boom, bang, bang. If you have to spread a news, send a mail. If you have to send it faster, tell it to a female. If you have to send it even faster, tell her not to tell it to anyone else. Send a mail, boom. Everyone does it. Yes. Every day. You get paid for it. Tell it to a female. Bang! Pattern broken. And how is the pattern broken? Because we have these preconceived notions which say that when you tell something to a woman, what does she do? She spreads it. So the pattern is established with those preconceived notions, with those values, those beliefs. Okay? And we are breaking that pattern over here. So it's very easy to break the pattern with a bang. And the third one is, tell her not to tell it to anyone else. That. And the third variant is bang. Interesting. Let me give my favorite example. Once, in a village, there was an inspection. The school inspector was about to come. And the headmaster was furious. Oh my God, school inspector is going to come. He went to the class and he said, no one at the back is going to reply. Only the ones sitting in the front would reply. Okay? And then the school inspector comes in. English class is going on. So he goes to the board and he writes. No, he doesn't write black. He writes and says, you pronounce it. The child says, Nature, sir. Nature. You pronounce it. Right, sir, Nature. He says to the English class teacher, you come outside. What is happening? Huh? What I have written on the board and what are they pronouncing? Nature? He says, sir, I'm really sorry. They're small children. They're not mature enough. The school inspector says, I don't want to speak to you. Where's the school principal? I don't want to speak to the school principal. So he goes straight, bangs open the door and goes and sits in front of the school principal and he says, what's happening in the school? I'm writing nature, they're pronouncing nature. I call the school, the English teacher outside. I say, what is happening? He says, they are not mature enough. What is happening? And he says, he removes his goggles, his glass spectacles, he keeps it in front of him. Sir, to be really honest, even I joined this school 1 week back. Okay? And even I am worried about the future of this school. Now let's understand this. Nature, mature, and future. The pattern is broken in the first instinct itself. Why? Because the pattern was established way back in school when you first pronounced the word nature. When you first pronounced the word mature. When you first pronounced the word future. That's about the rule of 3. I'll request both the trainers. It was really nice presenting these 3 techniques to you, and we encourage you all to use them and contest in this humorous speech season. Thank you so much, Shailesh.